Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us on Exposure today. We are talking with Desmond Ballantyne, Ninja Man, about his performance at Sting and his handing over of a gun on stage to Senior Superintendent of Police Renita Adams. We have on the phone Mr. Adams at this point in time. He was unable to join us because, of course, he's out in the field doing a lot of work. Mr. Adams?
Yes, a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. How can I help you?
Whereabouts are you now? You're on the job?
Okay, yes. I am in Port Antonio right now. I just did an operation on a premises where a shotgun along with 4 rounds of ammunition has been recovered and 1 man has been arrested. He's being arrested right now. We are taking him to the Port Antonio police station.
You were searching the premises and you found the gun?
Well, obviously we're acting on intelligence, so we came in this morning hurriedly from Kingston based on my intelligence, and we went straight to our premises where it was searched, and this shotgun, a pump action shotgun with 4 rounds, and 1 man has been arrested also.
In light of that, Mr. Adams, just explain to the public why Desmond Ballantyne was not arrested when he handed over a gun to you at Sting.
It is simple. I have a discretion as a policeman. If a man found it possible, unnecessary and prudent to want to have his gun handed over to the police, I just think that I should appreciate that. And, you know, if I were to have gone and arrested anyone who voluntarily hands in his firearm, then anybody else would follow to hand over his or her firearm if I did that. Obviously, the firearm will be investigated. It was sent to the ballistic people.
Yes.
They will be investigating to find out if it were involved in any other criminal offenses, especially murder, shooting, or anything of the sort. If that were proven in a positive way, yes, Mr. Ninja Man and others will be investigated in a more in-depth way as to their involvement. But outside of that, the mere position, he did not tell me that it was his gun. He did not accept that it is his gun. He told me that he had a gun to hand over. I did not believe, because I saw him with an imitation firearm first. And people, you know, were saying it was a, as they saw it, it was an imitation firearm. I sent my 2 security officers first on stage, asking them and telling them to tell him if he really wanted to hand over a firearm, they could have done it to them. He failed and insisted that he wanted me.
Yes.
So I, for the purpose of it, I went. Why? I have people who want to hand over a firearm to me and so on. I will gladly accept it, and it depends on the circumstances. I personally, I don't know who else, but I personally will not be charging anybody, probably just to say thanks and to make further investigation as to its involvement in serious other crimes.
Did you talk with Ninja Man any at all before his performance on stage?
I have never spoken to Ninja Man before. I think about 5 years ago, I might have seen him in Olympic Garden, and somebody showed me that that was Ninja Man. I had no talking at all. I heard it being said that it was staged. I don't know about any staging of anything. I've always gone to Sting for 17 of the 18 or 19 years it has been in existence, and I've always been there. And I did not tell anybody at all that I was involved in any staging of any firearms. So I don't know how this statement could be made at all.
But we have that statement coming from a very high-ranking official in the police force. As a matter of fact, the commissioner alluded to that. Let's just hear what the commissioner had to say, Mr. Adams, and then I'm going to ask you to respond to something I'll ask you right after.
Yeah.
Let's go to a clip from the commissioner of police.
There has to be a public mindset that they have reached a stage where they want to hand over the guns, and a gun amnesty would encourage that. That certainly did not exist a month or 2 ago. However, we are encouraging people to hand over guns, and you would have seen what seems to be becoming a controversial handing over. But, you know, I need to sort of tone it down a bit to say that there's a lot of stage acting there. The police had been informed prior to of the whole event, so there was a lot of acting. And if you notice, a certain police officer didn't do too bad the singing.
Mr. Adams?
Yeah?
Did you hear what the commissioner had to say?
I never heard her say, but I am not motivated to speak on what the commissioner said. I'm telling you, and I'm telling Jamaica, right? Anybody who indicated that this was a stage thing, obviously, if it were the commissioner, obviously he was misinformed and well, I just want to say he was misinformed. I didn't speak to the commissioner on that issue.
Is there some rift going on, Mr. Adams?
Hold on, I'm the one who is responsible for having gone on stage. No other officers were there other than my two bodyguards.
Yes.
I did not speak to the commissioner on this issue. So I am telling you, if the commissioner made that statement, obviously he was misinformed. Nobody else was there with me. I was the one who went on that stage, received that firearm along with my two bodyguards. None of us have reported directly to the commissioner. And my report to the command post on the site was that I was called on stage by a ninja man who handed me a Glock 17, and that is on the log at the command post at Sting.
Yes. Let me just hold you a second. Ninja man, the commissioner has said that there was a lot of stage acting, that the police were informed before the gun was handed over. Did you make any call to the CMU to inform them?
I want to give you a joke. I never know Mr. Adams. I never want to know Mr. Adams. And Mr. Adams, as him there on the phone now, I can tell you the truth where God love. Mr. Adams killed 2 of my friends them already, at least 3. Pele, George Brown, and the next one from Outer East. Yeah?
Therefore?
All 3 men them come from prison with me, and them tell us him see me 5 years ago. It was 3 years when I just come from prison, and him look him 200 of them come down the Olympic way, and them point me out to him, and him like them say him to turn to me. Not even him turn to me, Mr. Pusey turn to me and say, "Let me tell you this. Leave the gunman company them alone. And tell my friend, say, don't go back to Waterhouse."
And since then you haven't contacted Mr. Adams?
I never talked to Mr. Adams that day. From them tell me that me saying Adams that him know me now. I will send me a feet.
So you've run away from Adams?
I don't really run away. I just walk out because let me tell you something, girlfriend. I have bad from my 13, you know. From my 13 I live on the back of field, you know. And I had 37 the 24th of this month. You feel after going through all them gunshot and all them things, they are not say. If alright, if them a give an award for dead friend, me have the most, you know.
But let me come back to you. Mr. Adams?
Yes, and I want to make something clear. I'm told that a particular statement has also indicated that it is obvious that I rehearsed the song that I did. Let me tell Jamaica and make it clear. This is a song that I have been singing for the last 20 years at every church that I have gone to. When I was the commanding officer for St. Catherine, that was my theme song. When I was the commanding officer for Kingston Eastern, that was my theme song at the churches. And anywhere I go, that is my theme song because I think it's just relevant. It will soon be done. It will soon be done. All the troubles and trials, all the temptations, all the gun shooting, all the news carrying and the news mongering and everything will soon be done. And that is my philosophy on that whole observation. Nothing at all was rehearsed or staged.
Is there a rift, Mr. Adams, in the ranks of the police force? I find it quite absurd that the commissioner can come out at a press conference and say to the people of this country that it was staged. Police officers knew about what was going to happen on stage before it actually took place, and that you did very well holding the mic too. And you are now saying that you knew nothing of it. What is going on?
Well, I'm not negating what the commissioner said about policemen knew. I'm only talking for myself. I'm not talking if he said if the respectable commissioner says or said that policemen knew.
Yes.
Then obviously he knows what he's talking about. But I'm saying I don't know about any staging.
Yes. You have also said.
And neither was there any policeman who indicated to me that this would be taking place.
Yes. You have also said, Mr. Adams, that the reason you did not arrest Ninja Man had to do with the discretion on your part. It had nothing to do with the gun amnesty that you stated before. Is there a gun amnesty?
I don't know if I alluded to any gun amnesty. I'm only saying
You were
right?
quoted
And
in the
it has
paper.
happened, there is precedent. Many a person has handed in firearm to the police force. Persons, business people, ladies, gunmen themselves. Everybody, almost every category of person out there has handed in guns to the police force, and we have always accepted it. Only that we investigate to find out if they were involved in any serious crime,
Yes.
which would follow by prosecution or arrest. At the end of the day, if it were proven that it was not involved, then a warning to the individual and also
Yes.
a congratulatory remark to them is also prudent.
How far are you?
I will continue to accept firearm from anybody
Yes.
for any reason, as long as it is illegal.
How far are you, Mr.
firearm,
Adams?
that one firearm could have saved 50 persons' life in this country.
How far are you with the investigations into this one?
Well, the man, I tell you, I was actually on the way to the Port Antonio police station to have this man arrested, but because you called me,
Yes.
I've stopped along the wayside to talk to you. I'm going now to have him arrested for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and further investigation as to certain criminal activities. My intelligence has indicated that this individual has been involved in a Port Antonio area for the longest while.
In relation to Desmond Valentine's issue, how far are you with the investigation in that? Have you found out anything related to the gun and any spensures or anything like that?
Not yet. It has been sent to the ballistic people, as I said, and they have a stockpile here now doing. But I've asked them to speed track it, fast track it for me.
Yes.
And I'm quite sure by about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I should be able to report to the authorities as to the status on that gun, whether or not it were involved in any criminal activities.
May I thank you so very much, Senior Superintendent of Police Renato Adams. We're going to take a break on exposure. When we come back, we'll take some calls from you, the viewers, and also have a wrap with Ninja Man. Stay with us, please.